So hello guys, this is Rohit Chouhan and today I'm going to show you how to use CacheBuddy custom widget for our SAP or I can say SAP Analytics Cloud. So this custom widget is developed by me and in this video I'm going to show you what is this custom widget and why it can be helpful in your um, system. Okay, so let's get started. So as you know, to install this custom widget we have to download a JSON file first of all, right? So you might know how to install a custom widget, but still I'm going to show you. So first of all you have to download this custom widget. So to download this custom widget you can refer this link which I will give in description, and second one is this blog also. I will share this blog as well in the description, so you can follow this blog as well to understand what is this custom jet and what are the advantages and what are the features. Or there are certain functions also, or I can say methods, which uh, which can be helpful to use this custom jet. And here some example code as well, but still I'm going to show you how to use all function and what are the that all functions, right? So what you have to do, first you have to go to this blog, or then you have to click this link, the direct download link. After clicking this link, it it will download one JSON file. Okay, so one JSON file is downloaded. Now what you have to do, you have to come to your SAP Analytics Cloud, then you have to go to your stories. Let me come to home page, then you have to go to stories, and then you have to click this plus icon, and then you have to upload your this JSON file, right? I have already installed, so that's why I'm not installing it again. Okay, so let's start with one new fresh story. So let me go to stories and let's choose canvas and optimize design. Then let me save first. So I have saved this story. Now let's add our custom widget. So you can add in two ways. First way is you can click on this plus icon, then go to custom widget, and here you will see. Second option, in the asset tab in the right side, you can go to custom widget and you can add from here as well. You can just simply drag and drop. After drag and drop, you will see one box, something box like this, but we don't want this box. So I have also added one notice here, hide this widget, and you can use custom widget method in your code. So you don't need this, but still I am leaving this, or if you want you can hide from here as well, because we don't need this because we have to work with the scripting. Okay, so I'm not hiding this, let it be. Fine, now we have to start. So first of all we have to know what is this and why we need this, right? So CacheBuddy custom widget is like when you have to communicate any information between multiple stories. Okay, suppose you have to pass some message from one story to another story, right? Suppose I have two stories, this is the one story, and I have one more story, and now I have to pass information from this story to that story. Then how you can do? Yes, we have one way, by using parameter, but I can say this parameter is also like have some limitations, or sometimes it doesn't work, and that is, I can say, a bit complicated as well. Because if you want to pass any information to that story, you have to mention that story ID in your code, right? So I have already blocked on that technology as well. So we have one more way to pass parameter from one story to another story. So you can follow uh, blog this blog if you want to use that technology. But in this we have to write some script, and still we have to provide the variable name, also application ID. But in this custom widget we have flexibility that we don't have to specify any stories or anything. We just have to specify the variable name, and we can use that same variable name in any of stories or any of analytical application. Okay, so let's try to understand how it's working. So let me start with the uh, first functions. Okay, so here we have three kind of functions. So first function is storing data in a cache. Okay, so how this custom utilities work? So whenever you create any variable, that variable get stored in your browser history, or I can say your browser cookies, right? Or in technical way we say cache file, cache memory, something like this, right? So whenever you create any variable here, that will get stored in your browser cookies. That's mean you are only the person who can access that variable data. Okay, so this is how this custom widget works. So whenever you create any kind of variable, that will get stored in your browser cookies or your browser cache memory. Okay, so let's try start with one first function. So there's three kind of function. One is storing data. So we have five kind of function that work differently in their certain uh, in their certain options. So first is number cache memory, that will store the numeric values. Second is for string. Third is for boolean. Four is for selection, and fifth is for array. And just opposite of this, we have get function for retrieving data. So whatever you have stored, then how you will get that value, that time you have to use get methods. Then we have manage cache entries, that can help you to manage your uh, data, like if this memories exist or not, or if you want to delete, or if you want to clear the all the data, or you can get all the data by using get all cache memory. So let's start with one basic function, the first function. So let me create one button here, and let me give name save number. So I'm going to edit this on click. Now I have to set, means I have to create a value. To create a value you have to use set functions. So first of all you have to give your cache buddy object name, then dot, then you can use get number cache memory. So now here you have to sorry, we have to use set, right? Set where is it, set number cache memory. So now here we have two parameters, one is id and second is value. What is id? Id is the identifier of that cache memory, and value is the what data you want to store. So let me give some id. For example, I give my age, and what data I want to save, I will say 26. Okay, fine. So this is how we write the code. And you can do one more thing, if because this function will return true or false if your value get stored, that time it will return true, and else it will return false. Okay, but now I'm not using, but let me do one more thing now. So we have one button that will store one number, And let's create one more button that can retrieve that uh, the store value as well. So let me copy paste this and let me give name get number. Now what I have to do now, I have to use get. So get number, and now here I have to give id. What was the id? Id was the age. Now what will happen, this will return the value which I have stored using the set function. So to store this value, to get its value, I have to create one variable. I can give any value here, like for example my age equal to, then I will use console log 2, or let me use console log only for now. Console log my age. Now what will happen, that cache memory will return value of this age id. Now let me save this, let me view, and let me open that developer tool as well. I press Ctrl Shift I, developer tool will open. Now if I click on get number, what I will get? I will get nothing. I will get null value, because null is just like a no value. So if I click here, so see, I have no value, so it's showing null, right? See, so I'm cleaning this. Now I'm clicking save number. So I just click. Now what happened? That value is stored now in your browser. Now if I click on get number, you'll see I'm getting this way. Now what happened, right? It's just a normal, it's just working like a normal code, right? But no, let me show you how. Now I'm refreshing this whole application, or I can say I'm closing this. Now I'm clicking on view again. Now what will happen? Now I am restarting my application. Means whatever value was stored here, that should not comes when I click on this get number. But if you see, I'm still getting this. How? Because that value is stored now in your browser cache memory. That's why I'm able to see this. Now what will happen, now if you create any another story, and in that story if you're trying to get this value, absolutely you will get that value as well in that story as well. So that's mean this custom widget will help you to pass any kind of value from this uh, from any story to multiple story, or any kind of story you want to pass. In that case you can use this. Okay, so this is what the main functionality of this custom widget, and this might help you in the project. You guys can suggest me as well in the comment section how this custom widget, or maybe if you have any another idea, or if you have any requirement, you can absolutely free to comment in my video, or you can also contact me on my LinkedIn profile. Okay, so this is how we use this method. But let's understand second method also. So I'm not going to show you, but you can just simply understand how it's working. So I have shown you how to use set number. Same as you can use string method just for storing string values. Same, you have to just give id, whatever id you want to give. Then you have to give string that you have to pass in double quotes. Then we have boolean means true or false value. Then we have selection just like a object value. For example, let me create one object as well. For example, I'm creating object person equal to name Rohit, and DOB can say 16 August, same color. Then I will CacheBuddy dot set selection. Here I can say my data person. Now this object value will get stored in this in the selection. Now let me save this. I forgot to write here as well, so let me do CacheBuddy dot get selection. Now here I will give ID data, so load person save. Now let me come here, refresh. So currently we have already data for our age ID, but we just created selection variable. Let's see how it comes. So if I click here, you will see we are getting age, but now they're getting null for second because we haven't stored yet. Now I clicked on this button. Now I'm clicking this button again. Now see, I'm getting this value, right? Or let's do one more thing. Let's create one more story and see this stored data is coming in that story or not, right? So let me duplicate. So now I'm creating separate story. Okay, so you just have to understand what exactly this custom widget is doing. So I'm creating new application. I'm saving this. CacheBuddy one. Save. I add this custom widget. Now what I do, I just copy this, copy and paste. Okay, now you will understand better how it's working. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me come here, let me change some data. So I'm changing age to, for example, for now I'm changing to 30, and name I will update full name, and date of birth also I update this. Now I'm saving this, and this also I'm saving. So this both story are different, and this both story not connected to each other, right? Both are the different story. Now I'm viewing this story and this story. So this is the first story and this is the second. Now see what's happened. So this is the separate story, the second story we have just created. Let it be open. So if you know, we have stored data here, but we didn't done anything in this story. But what will happen, you will still get data here. Why? Because that data is stored in the cache memory. Now if you see, we are seeing our all data. So I just updated my data here, and now what will happen, I just clicking this button, I just clicked and I come to my second story, and what will happen if I click here, I will get the data. See, so we had updated 30 and we have updated this information also, but I have updated the data in this story, not this. Then how I'm getting that data in this story? So that is the main purpose of this custom widget, to pass data from one story to any story. Okay, so this is the main purpose, right? So this is how this custom widget works, and I hope this will really helpful in your any upcoming project or your any current project, or maybe you can share with me as well, right? Your experience or anything. So this is the main purpose of this. I can say purpose of this custom widget. Okay, so let's come to here, and the same as we have array. If you want to store, you have to use this method, which can store only strings for now, because we have some limitation in our SAP Analytics Cloud scripting. So for now I have added only for script array. So So if you want to store any array, then you have to store as a array string. Then same thing, these are just a get methods. Then if I come to here we have four kind of function. So first let's understand what is exist cache memory. So exist cache memory, just like it will check if any data exists or not. Okay, so for example, uh, so let me, where is it? So let me create one thing there, that array hobbies for, and an array I will give games coding. So now I'm saving this, and now I come here, and here let me create new button just to check. So I come here, and here I will write one if condition, and what I will use, I will use exist method, and here I have to pass the ID. So for example, I'm using this, and in console log I will write data found, and here I can say data not found. Now let me save. Now let us replace both. Now what will happen when we pass any ID here, it will check if this ID have any data on it. If this ID have any data, then the condition will become true. If not, then it will get false. So let's see. So if I click here, it's saying data not found. Okay, but if I go here and I just clicked here, and if I click here, it will show data found, right? So it's just for checking the cache memory, if any cache memory have data related to hobbies or something like this. So in this case we can use this. Okay, now let's come to our block. Then we have delete cache memory. That's mean if you want to delete any data, you can just use this method, and you can just pass the ID which data you want to delete. Or you can use this function as well, delete all cache memory. If you want to delete everything whatever was created using this CacheBuddy, you can use this method to delete everything. Or then we have this function also. This will also will helpful, because suppose you have created so many data and you don't know which data you want to get. So you, in this case, you can use get all cache memory, that will return everything. So for example, let me show you. So where should I use? Let me use here only. Where all data equal to get all cache memory. Let me save. Let me come back, refresh. Now when I will click on this button, I will get all cache memory data which was created before. So let it be open. Now I'm clicking on this button. Now you will see you are getting all variables. So we have aged also, then we had hobbies which is in array format, then we had my data which was in object format. So like that you can use, and this is very fast, right? it is very fast processing. That's when you can, in that kind of cases, you can use this custom widget to improve your, I can say, productivity of your project or anything you are doing in your project, to pass anything from one story to another story, right? And any kind of thing, like you want to pass any filter from one main landing page to multiple stories, or you want to pass anything, I don't know, but you can use this custom widget in that case. Okay, and if I come down, you will here I have one example code which have all the function, whatever function we have for here. I have example for this. You can just simply copy this whole code and you can just paste it, and you can just play around with it and try to understand what is exactly working, what exactly happening, right? So this is very really good way to transmit any data from one story to another story without using any parameter and model or anything. Just a single custom widget and just a single method. Just just create data here and just create data here. Simple, very simple. So this was the main purpose of this custom widget, the CacheBuddy. So I hope you guys like this custom widget, and I hope you can share with your colleagues as well if you love this custom widget, or maybe you can share idea with me as well if you think this feature should be in SAP. So maybe I can help you to create one more custom widget, maybe. So thank you for watching this video, and hope you guys like this my video, and hope you can subscribe as well for more tutorials. So thank you, have a nice day.